Hello, Team Automotive, and welcome to another segment of Daily Drive. We have the sessions every Tuesday and Wednesday, and today we're going to be focusing on something that I feel is very important, and it also connects with what we've been talking in the past week, which was attitude and mindset, and also setting goals. With that said, let's go ahead and let's get this going. All right, so today we're going to talk about setting up a game plan. So we calculated the math, we have our goal in place, we know exactly what we need to do. So now we have to put a game plan in place. So the reality is this: listen, you have to have a game plan. All successful people have a daily game plan in order for them to achieve their goals. You need to have a game plan. This is one thing you cannot freestyle or wing. You cannot just wing it. There has to be a plan. A plan has to be in place. So right now, what we're going to do is we gotta take two steps back for a second. All right. So let's go down through a checklist. All right. So we set up our short-term and our long-term stretch goals. Perfect. Check. Our mindset is strong and positive. Yes. Perfect. Check. Now, how do I create my game plan? What do I have to do in order for me to put down my game plan on paper and for me to structure it in a way that would be effective, it would be consistent, and by the end of the day, I will be able to accomplish everything that I had planned? Let's go ahead and let's take a look at exactly what we need to focus on here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify and schedule our day. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put pen to paper and we're going to start putting everything in a structured manner. And then what we're going to do is once we have it on paper, we're going to put high levels of commitment and execution, because that's what it's going to take in order for us to have succeeded with our game plan. And then when we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure success. We're going to see exactly what we did, what we accomplished, what we could have done better, and if we need to make any adjustments, we'll go ahead and make some adjustments for the next day's game plan. So let's go ahead and let's dig a little bit deeper. All right, so first things first. What we want to make sure is that we wake up a couple of hours prior to our scheduled time to go to work. The reason why is because it gives us the opportunity to start getting our head right. Attitude and mindset. We've spoken about this last week and we know the importance of it. So it gives us a good opportunity in the morning to start getting our head right. First thing you want to do is you want to walk your inventory. New and pre-owned. You should be doing this every single day. Pretty much it gets your head into, listen, it's go time mode. It also lets you look at alternative vehicles in case you have a customer you recently couldn't close due to vehicle, due to price, or payment. Remember, always create solutions for the past, the present, and the future, all kinds of customers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a customer that you've had in the past, a customer that you're going to have today, or a customer that you're going to have in the next couple of days. Always be prepared by having alternative vehicles. It's very important to know your inventory. This is a must. Also, work the service drive. This right here is a gold mine. Just think about it. You have customers that are in your service drive servicing their car. All you should see is massive amount of opportunities. Listen, while they are there just sitting down in that lounge, you can just pass by and say hello to every single one of them. You can introduce yourself to them as a VIP manager and ask them what kind of car do they drive and what is the reason for them servicing the vehicle. Listen, once you have that information, you're going to hit them with this. Hey, listen, John, I have a question for you. Our pre-owned certified department is always looking for great vehicles just like yours. If we're able to put you into a brand new model and keep your payments the same, or even lower your payments with little to no money down, would you be interested? So imagine saying that to every single customer servicing their vehicle. This right here is a no-brainer. If you do this on a daily basis and you're able to speak to 3, 4, 5, 6 customers in the service drive per day, I guarantee you're going to have at least one additional vehicle sold per day. Also, this is the part that's going to get you. Number one reason why salespeople don't do that on a daily basis of working the service drive is because of the fear of rejection. I mean, come on, man. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's like stealing candy from a baby. You got to make sure that this is a priority. This right here, it's a game changer. Also, making your phone calls. Who are you going to call? What are you going to say? Make sure you have that call script in front of you. We talked about that when we spoke about overcoming the fear of the phones. Also, massive effort. You want massive amounts of efforts. You want to be committed and you want to be focused and you want to make sure that you have your blinders on. Also, same thing with training. You want to make sure that you put some training into your game plan for the day. Training at least twice a day for when you have some free time. Pretty much what you want to do is the same concept. You want to make sure that you're committed and you're focused and you put massive amount of effort and you want to make sure that you have your blinders on. You do this when you're implementing your game plan, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a successful day. All right, next thing. We have our game plan in place. We have it all structured. We have it all broken down. So now what we have to do is we need to make sure that we commit and that we execute this game plan. So first things first, don't deviate or cut corners. This is something that we tend to do. We start doing things right. We start creating the game plan. We have it structured on paper. And then suddenly what starts to happen is we start to deviate and we start to cut corners. And that becomes a problem. What it starts to do is starts to create inconsistencies. And it's something that you just don't want to be put in that position. All right? The next thing is you want to make sure that you're focused. You want to make sure that you're committed and you're focused. And you want to make sure that you put your blinders on. When you're working this game plan, stay focused, don't deviate, and make sure that you have your blinders on. The reason why is because you want to complete what you started. Yeah, but Peter, but sometimes we get complicated. Sometimes, listen, I get it. I understand. But before that, before you go into bed, before you're done for your day, you want to make sure that you completed what you put on paper. Make sure that you give yourself 15 to 30 minutes to either role play it or put it into practice. Okay, you want to make sure that you complete what you started before the day is over. Very important that you do that. What that does, it creates consistency and it creates structure, which is something that is very important in order to hitting your targets. All right, so now our game plan is in place, and now you have to execute it by using intense and extreme action. You got to have commitment and effort. Then you do the math based on your results, and then you make any adjustments necessary to your game plan. And guess what? We do it all over again. All right? We call this the never ending cycle of success. This is how you measure your success day in and day out while you make any necessary adjustments that will help you catapult you a lot closer towards your target. All right, so let's go ahead and let's review. So first things first is we have to identify and schedule our day. So you need to set your goals. You need to activate your positive mindset and attitude. And then what you got to do is you got to walk your inventory. Inventory is very important because it's going to give you the knowledge of knowing what you have available to you. Okay, it also helps you when it comes to creating alternative vehicles to put you in a position that if the customer starts getting a little complicated or starts going in a different direction when it comes to the negotiation of the deal, you will be prepared to offer them alternative options to help them get closer to where they want to get to. All right? Also, work the service drive. As we all found out, this is a gold mine. This is a great opportunity for you to grab the customers that are sitting in their service drive getting their vehicle serviced to see if you could switch them into a brand new model and keep them at the same payments with little to no money down. All right? As soon as the customer says yes, boom, you move forward. Then make your phone calls. Make sure that you put massive effort when making your outbound calls. You're going to be able to create major opportunities here in creating additional traffic for yourself and additional sales. Also, what is it that you're going to be, who are you going to be calling? What are you going to say to these customers? And make sure that you go after the appointment and get them in. This is very important. All right? Also, train twice a day. Massive effort. You want to make sure that you have your blinders on and that you are focused. Train twice a day. Listen, once you have your game plan, you put your blinders on and you commit to it. Don't deviate or cut corners. Finish everything on that game plan. This is a must. And then at the end of the day, you sit down and you measure your success by doing the math and by making any adjustments necessary for tomorrow's game plan. Okay, and with that said, we are at the end of another segment. I want to take the time to thank everybody for joining us today. Hopefully, you guys were able to pick up some really good information and you were able to jot down some really good notes. And just remember, we do this every single Tuesday and every single Wednesday. My name is Peter Montans, and this is Autopilot Dealer Solutions Daily Drive. And we'll see you on the next one. You guys take care, man. Bye.